Hey everybody, Mo here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the most gold possible in the League of Legends Swarm game mode as quickly as possible. My tips and tricks type videos, my advice videos have been doing really well for Swarm lately. People have really enjoyed them, and I always ask you guys at the end of the video, what do you want to see next? Do you have any questions about next? And by far, the number one thing requested on my streams and my Discord and in the last two videos have been, how do you get gold? How do you get upgrades so quickly? How did you get to those maxed out, how to get high anima really quickly. So that's what I want to make this video for, is to show you guys how to get gold. The method I used to get as much gold as I did, where you can get up to, I've gotten 10,000 gold, a little bit more than 10,000 gold in squads of 4. If you have friends, you can all get 10,000 gold a game. And then solo, I get around 5,500, anywhere from 5 to 6,000, depending on how high roller your game is. But I'd say about 5 to 5,500 is going to be average. I feel very confident that the game I'm going to play for you guys and show you here, I'll get at least 5,000 gold. But like I said, when you're playing with squads, I did 3 games today with squads, and then I got 10,000, 9,000, and 10,000 in gold for all of them, and it went really, really well. And that wasn't even like a super high rolling game. That was a game, 2 of them, only 1 person got death and taxes from Yumi, and in 1 of them, 2 people got death and taxes from Yumi. So you can get a lot of gold really quickly if you play squads, but I'll kind of go over that math or explain it to you a little bit later. First, I just want to jump into the tips here and remind you guys, if you're enjoying the tips here and these tips videos, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another one. Go follow me over on Twitch, because I stream on there about 5 to 6 days a week, and then I'm always playing Swarm right now. I'll be having, I play with viewers all the time. I'll be doing solo extreme runs, I'll be doing challenge runs, all that type of stuff. So if you don't want to miss out on the tips videos or the Swarm gameplay, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. So let's get into the tips. Tip number 1 I'm going to give you guys is to upgrade your gold all the way. So this is a very basic tip. This is going to be very short. Shouldn't need much explanation, but I've had a lot of people ask me like, oh, I can't get this. I don't want to put money into my gold because it gets too expensive, or that I'm not going to be able to beat things, so I'm going to miss my damage and stuff. It doesn't matter, man. Just put it all into your gold. Maximize your gold. Get that 45% maximum gold, because once you do that, it just exponentially increases the amount of money you have, and it'll just increase the speed in which you upgrade everything as fast as you can. Once you get this maxed out, including your anima, you'll be able to get a whole bunch of anima really quickly, because you'll be getting a lot more gold every single round. So again, that 5 to 5,500 range I was telling you about on average, that's with maxed out gold. And then those 10,000 average squad games is again with 45% gold for you. So that's tip number 1. As kind of, fake tip, but I just want to make sure you guys do that first. Mathematically, it just makes the most sense to do that. Next thing is, there's 2 actual ways to really get gold while you're playing the game. One is through objectives, and the other is a method that I like to use, that I use on my gold runs. So the first thing we're going to go over is objectives. So here I have all of my, hard ones complete, but what you can do is look through hard, and a good majority of them are just going to be evolve certain weapons. So open up a tree, or you press tab when you get into game, figure out which weapons you can click hide completed, so that way doesn't show you things you don't need to see, and pick out, be like, oh, okay, well, I'm missing Ice Blast armor, Anti-Shark Mine, and then Gatling Bunny guns. Well, okay, you can complete all 3 of those in one quest, and you get a bonus 3,000 XP. Objectives are a really, really nice way to get a nice bump in cash immediately. So figure out how you evolve these. You can do them all in one run. So like, oh, I need armor with Ice Blast armor. I need damage for Anti-Shark C-Bomb, and then Gatling Bunny, I need duration. So remember to get those, pick those out, get those weapons, upgrade them, boom, plus 3,000. I don't have any I can show you right now in hard mode because I have them all completed. Extreme mode's pretty much the same thing, where it is just like to beat things. So beat Rek'Sai, get 2,500 gold. Evolve 5 weapons, get 10,000 gold. Beat Briar, 2,500. Bel'Veth, 20. Any map, you get 2,500 gold. You get an extra 2,000 for beating Aatrox with these champions on Extreme. So there's a lot of nice ways. Once you beat all of them, you get 100,000 gold for beating Aatrox with all the champions. So objectives are really big. Outside of that, objectives, there's a certain path or a certain way I like to play the maps in order to guarantee that 5,000 to 5,500 gold. I'm going to show you that. I like to use District Warehouse on hard. You can do this on any mode, any mode from hard or extreme, and then on any map. I have not noticed a significant difference between the, I have not noticed a significant difference in the difficulties in the maps as far as gold goes. And then obviously you can always just pick matchmaking. if you want to mess around and trust the teammates in matchmaking, you can do that because you're technically playing with the squad, and there's a chance that someone picks death and taxes. There's a chance that you're just going to get a little bit more gold that way. So on average, you should get more gold in matchmaking. It just depends on whether or not you want to mess with people in matchmaking and play a little bit harder mode and not know if you can trust them. So personally, I just do warehouse because I just want to play by myself sometimes, jam music. So I'll show you guys in practice what it looks like. I'm not just going to tell you and yap about it. I'm going to actually show you. So we'll say here we have 758 gold. Let's get into a game here and show you what it looks like. And it doesn't matter what champion you pick, as long as it's a champion that you can beat the game mode with, the difficulty with. So I like to pick Yasuo because he's a lot of fun. He's the champion I think is best in the game right now. And he's really easy to actually beat the game once you get your upgrades going. So I'm just going to roll quickly and see if we can find some good old Steel Tempest rolls. If not, it's no big deal. I just do it because I think it's fun. And then so what you're going to do is every map has a certain pattern or certain spawn points for these things that I like to call loot crates. So it's in the thumbnail of the video, and it's these things right here. So what I like to do is, see, we broke that. We just got a lot of gold. We got 50 gold, almost 50 gold out of just a singular loot crate. So we're just going to break those. And there's patterns and, like I said, spawn points for all of them and all the maps, so you can go through and memorize those, or if there's some sort of chart that tells you, you can find that. But what a very basic and easy way to do this is just go around the edge of the map. So you can just go around the edge of the map, because they're all over the edges of the maps, see here, and you just run around and you collect them, and it's really that simple. That's all you really have to do. So what I like to do with those, sometimes they'll have gold, sometimes they'll have a bomb. For the most part, though, they will have they'll have gold in them more often than not. Pick that up here. We'll blow that one up. And if they have health pack, you don't have to bother running all the way over there to pick it up. The only ones you really care about running all the way to pick them up are the ones that have gold in them. So suck bubbles are really nice too. We'll get to that once we talk about Yumi Quest. So this is really all it takes to get gold, and this is the method I use to get the 5,000 to 5,500 average gold per solo run, and yeah, it's really simple. Now, when you do in team mode, I was averaging around 10,000 gold per run. I did 3 runs earlier with the team, and I got 10,000 gold, 9,000 gold, 10,000 gold, and those weren't high roll games. Those were pretty average games. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about those once we get to the Yumi quest here. So we'll pick up the suck bubble, because why not? Sure, we'll go ahead and pick up some of these. It doesn't really matter what I pick here, as long as I get the upgrade on my Steel Tempest, that's all that really matters for Yasuo. So we're gonna bounce the beach ball here. And the big thing about Yumi quest is you're gonna want and look for the Yumi quest called Death and Taxes. So Death and Taxes is the Yumi quest reward that gives you the ability to drop a bunch of gold per kill. When something dies, it has a chance to drop a lot of gold, and that's something you're really wanting. And that's really where the benefit of team play comes in compared to solo, is when you're doing team play, you have 4 people that have the option of getting that. So that means anytime that they get to kill something, they have a chance to drop gold. The second best one is going to be Pick Me Up, because it gives you all the option to pick up all the gold that you left out, that you're running away from. So you don't have to worry about missing any gold, especially in the later games when you're playing Yasuo or someone with big AoEs where you're killing things that aren't even on your screen. It feels kind of bad, and it definitely does suck to just not be able to pick up all of that gold. So like, we don't even have to bother picking that up because we know we're going to get it. Another big contributing factor of whether or not you get more than that 5,500 gold average is going to be misfortune boons. Because sometimes on the misfortune boons, you'll get the boon that just gives you gold per kill, and that's really big. And so that's the biggest misfortune boon for you there. And that's going to be another buff of playing 4 players, is that there's going to be more mobs that can spawn, or at the very least, you're going to be able to kill more mobs on average because you're just going to have more people killing things. And so what I do in group play, and what me and my friends do, is we basically decide if somebody gets the option for if somebody gets the Death and Taxes option where they get gold on kills, then we just let that person go and kill things. They no longer are going to help us go around the edges to pick things up. And these loot crates actually respawn really quickly, so you don't have to worry about 3 people running out of loot crates to kill. Like, oh, well, they're not going to respawn in time, yada yada. They will respawn in time. They have a really quick respawn rate. The fact that I can destroy this one, I could probably go up here about halfway, turn back around, and that one in the bottom right will be respawned, or at least one around there will be respawned to take its place. So let me show you what I mean by that. So we can come up here, we'll pick up this, and then we'll just turn back around here. You saw we didn't really go very far. Sure, I'll pick that up here. We didn't go very far, and let's see if it's already back up or not. So there's one over there in the left. So let's see if there's one down here in the bottom right that's respawned. And has not respawned yet. I think you actually have to pick up the loot, so I think that's my bad. But let's go this way, and look, boom. This is already respawned, and we were just here. So that shows you just how quickly that they respawn. So you don't have to worry about with 4 people running out of the respawn rate, because there will always be boxes. And yeah, so this is basically all you do. You go and you want to make sure you do all the Bel'Veth quests on cooldown, and you want to do all the Yumi trials, all the Bel'Veth trials and the Yumi quests on cooldown, because Bel'Veth gives you a whole lot of money, as well as levels, and helps you get to the point where you're just kind of unkillable and don't have to worry about much. And then the Yumi quest obviously gives you the option to get death and taxes, which is needed to get those really high numbers. And when I say I was playing with my friends and we averaged about 10k for all 3 games, and all 3 of those games, we had one person with, get death and taxes, and only in one of the games did we have 2 people get death and taxes, and that one we got about 11k, I think. It was like high 10,000s. So, yeah, it was in the 10,000s for sure, but it was really up there, to say the least. And this is really all you need to do. We're just gonna go through, we're just gonna destroy all these things. We're gonna pick up all our evolutions. We can pick up this card to evolve our Shark Mine. And then as long as you're able to evolve your, Yasuo ability or whatever ability you need to get strong, that's all that really matters, right? And so this is gonna be the biggest difference in getting a 5,000 gold run and a 7,000 gold solo run, is just, can you get death and taxes? And then how early can you get death and taxes? So we're doing pretty good. We're on track here. We're at 1,400, about a third of the way through. So a little bit behind, a little bit of track, but all in all should be fine. I would again be 0% surprised if I end up getting 5,000 gold, because that's what I'm setting my average out to, is 5,000 to 5,500. But yeah, so it's been really great. There's not really much to talk about here. We're just going to immediately go back. As soon as I'm done with the Bel'Veth trial, I immediately just go back to walking around, collecting all these loot crates and popping them, getting all that money. Again, you don't really need to go out and actually collect them if you have Suck Bubble, or if they are the health. We'll kill some of these, get some XP here, just get things ready to evolve. We don't need to go kill the bosses. We don't need to pick up any cards yet, because we're not ready to do anything. So the Yumi quest is over here. So because the Yumi quest is over here, we're just gonna stick around for a minute, get ready to do that, break some loot crates here in the bottom right, see if we can get any more monies before we go and do that. The Yumi quest, like I said, you can break these and then do the Yumi quest and immediately come back to break them, because the cooldown is so low. Alright, we'll go and kill these Nocturnes while we're waiting here, because why not? Hello, Nocturnes. You got stuck. And sounds good. Alright, let's go do this Yumi quest. Super scary bombs. Be super scary. Now let's see what we're cooking with here. Destroy the vases. Alright, it's pretty easy. We can do that. There's one up here. Whee! Let me break that. Nice little bomb. And break one more, which will be this top right one up here. So, ramming around point blank, Side Scrambler. So again, none of those are death and taxes. So this is going to be an extremely average, if anything, there's actually a low roll game, where I really prefer showing those in videos instead of high rolls, because then I get a whole bunch of comments from people telling me how, well, that's not average, or I never get death and taxes in my game, so it's not fair. And that's really, I really like these kind of more average or even low rolly type of runs, because they make the average runs then feel a lot better. So again, this is no death and taxes, no misfortune boon that's given us money yet. This is just straight up doing a run around in a circle strategy up to this point, about halfway through the game. So see here, so size, again, no money on kill, so really not getting any of the really big money tickets, and then we're still doing pretty okay as far as money goes. Yeah, we'll pick that up, why not? Why not? see what's up here. Get some XP, break some stuff. We have our suck bubble coming in about 6 seconds, so we can wait for that. Oh, a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to be. Steel Tempest to 3. And we're just going to keep going in circles here. We're just going to keep going along the path. If we see a boss, you can go ahead and just kill the boss when you run by it if you can kill it fairly quickly, but don't need to really stress about it. It gives you some gold, but the actual speed in which you kill the bosses don't really matter. As long as you kill them at some point to get your access cards needed to evolve, so that way you can win very easily, and you can get the gold you collect from them after killing them. That's all that really matters. So, I also like this map because if you ever get in a pickle, you always have the really big healing circle in the middle, which is pretty cool. So let's break this down there. I had some gold in it. Let's break this one over here. It has a healing pack in it. And there's a Bel'Veth trial over there. I also like to pick Briar sometimes, just simply because Briar can teleport across the map when needed. So you can just save Briar ult here, ult across the map to get the Bel'Veth, get it really quickly, and then maybe you can sneak in like an extra Bel'Veth quest sometimes. You never know. So, get some more XP, some more gold. Dodge this, survive within the circle. Sounds good. This is probably one of the easier Bel'Veth death circles, because it only shoots out 1 meteor per person, so if you're just solo, it just throws out 1 meteor. It's never really crazy. That other circle is the Cogmal circle. As you can see, when we get too close to it, it spits out circle status. So we succeeded. Look at us go. And we're just gonna go back to doing what we do. Let's see if we can upgrade our Steel Tempest here. Not quite, but we can upgrade that. So actually, we don't have the ability to just upgrade that, so that's fine. And yep, we'll just go back to killing everything. Hello, Mr. Bad Guy. And that's it. Basically, I'm not really putting a big focus on beating the game. That's how you're supposed to beat it. I still have all these access cards because I'm waiting for when I do hit level 5 on everything, we can kill them. I do have all these mini bosses chasing me around. I'm not really interested in killing all these. I'm really hoping I can get a Yumi quest and get Death and Taxes before turning around and killing everything and all of the mobs. That would be super ideal. That would be super ideal because then I would get a bunch of extra money for killing all the things that it's wanting me to kill anyways. Or the Misfortune Boon, right? So that's a reason to kind of save killing all the things that you need to kill. Like right here. Cool. So we have Death on Kill. So now I'm not going to fall around. I'm just going to go around and kill as many things as possible. Get some evolves. And now we're going to go back through all the mini bosses we had over here that were chasing us and the big boss that we had chasing us. We're just going to go through and try and kill them now. So there should be a mini boss up here somewhere. I thought there was. Yeah, we're just going to go through. We're going to kill everything. And this is how we're going to get all this money. So we got one of the good gold getters. You know, we got the Misfortune Boon that gives us gold. We'll pick up one of these, just because why not? Probably not going to need all of these that we have laying around here. Kill this mini boss. Or not mini boss, sorry. The boss. Steel Tempest is at 5. So now we're going to go pick up another access card to get Steel Tempest evolved. Just because it'll help kill things a lot easier. And now we just kind of get to run around and not care about anything else going on in this video game. And pick up all this gold. Look at all this gold we're picking up. And that's only with a singular gold. Misfortune Boon, we're at 3,400. Not too shabby. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up all these access cards because there's no reason not to. We have all these bosses. We're going to get at least one more Yumi quest, probably one more Yumi and one more Bel'Veth quest. We're going to go ahead and kill all these bosses here. And then we're just going to go back to going around in a circle. Just as the original plan was constructed. So we completed all those. Let's go back here in the top left and look at that. Our loot crate's already respawned. Don't have to worry about picking that up because we have Suck Bubble, which is really nice. Also, playing with a group means that you have more odds of somebody getting a Suck Bubble, which is nice. Sometimes the kind of the nuts is to have, you know, 2 people get the Death and Taxes and then 1 person get Suck Bubble. Off the first option is like the nuts, or if you get 3 people Death and Taxes, 1 person with Suck Bubble is really nice. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Hello, friend, if you can get out of here. We need to go Ronaldo this into the goal. I don't actually know where the goal is. Bottom, straight down. And boom. Death and Taxes, no Death and Taxes, so don't particularly care. If it's not Death and Taxes and you already have Suck Bubble, I don't really care about anything else. I am going to go and kill this mini boss just so I can get my last upgrade here and hopefully get my evolve and just continue to run around and be happy. And we should again get one more Bel'Veth quest here which will give us another good chunk of gold. We're at 3,700 right now, and a good thing about choosing the Rek'Sai map too is while you get on average around the same, or I've gotten the same amount of gold on every difficulty in every map, nothing's really changed. If you can survive the boss a lot longer, you can kill the little minions, and sometimes they'll drop gold, or they'll spawn ways for you to get gold for that also, which is pretty cool. One other thing I wanted to point out that's a very niche thing, is a very good option you can do that I didn't really focus on with this, is if you're playing in a group, you can have every person take XP, so you guys have 4 times the XP bonus. And what that does is it helps you hit max level a lot faster. You can also make sure to take things that actually can't evolve. And so what that'll do is also help you get max gold faster, because you will get, you'll hit max level faster, and then you'll just get plus 25 gold every time you go to level. So really, if you think about it, if I go 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, 3 right there, I'm fairly close to being max level if I just take only things that can't be evolved from my skill tree, and just take the, just evolve my passive. That's really all that matters on Yasuo, right? Is evolving the Steel Tempest. And then you just get an extra, 30-something gold every time you do that. Every time you level up after that point. So getting your whole team to take the plus XP is really nice. I don't really know how far I need to run from this, so I'm going to run just far enough to where I don't die. Because I want to immediately run back there. We'll even take movement speed, because I immediately want to run back there and collect all my winnings. Cool. So now we're going to run back there and collect our stuff. Hello, big scary guy. You're very big and very scary. Yes, you are. Alrighty. And then we'll just keep evolving stuff. Again, ideally you hit max level, and then you start to get the, 30, 40, whatever, however much gold you get for 25 plus 45%. So evolve that, and then we're just gonna, run through and destroy everything, and just go back to our path for the last 30 seconds here of trying to get as much gold as we can. Maybe we can break open another gold loot crate or two, and that's really all we're doing. That's the whole plan. And you see here, we're already at 4,600. That's not including all the gold that's on the ground right now that my suck bubble will pick up once we start fighting Rek'Sai. And we got a couple more. We can probably break 2 more loot crates here if we're lucky. There's one loot crate that had a health pack in it, though. Is there another one? No, not quite. Sometimes you break things when you're on your way to the velvet, or to the velvet like that. So here we're just gonna run around the edge. We're gonna make sure we live long enough for our suck bubble to go off at least one more time. There we go. Pick up all that gold. Look at all that gold. Look at all these levels up. So you can really get XP max level and be really happy. 4,500 gold. Ooh, excuse me, sir. Then we'll pick these up, and we're just gonna live a little bit longer, try and milk some of the gold here. There shouldn't be a whole lot of gold spawning, but we can do a little bit. Sometimes you can glitch this out and run through, and it's kind of funny to do that. But yeah, and this is basically how the whole run goes. So if you're playing super smart, super optimal, you can really find ways to get 5,500, and that's like I said, I get 5,000 or 5,500 without playing super optimally. I get 5,000 to 5,500 by just kind of messing around and doing the bare minimums. Essentially everything I told you guys about was the bare minimums, not including things like getting max level because you're making sure you can't evolve your weapons, making sure that you take the XP boost. There you go, we're gonna pick up another gold there. Sure, crit chance, and then look at all the stuff we're picking up here. And we're gonna let the boss live a little bit longer, just so we can pick up even more stuff. Boom. Alright. Now we'll take down the Rek'Sai here. Oh no, Rek'Sai, don't kill me, Rek'Sai. And it also, by the way, doesn't actually matter if you beat the game or not, because you don't, as far as I'm aware, you don't get a lot of bonus gold from actually beating the game. So you can die at the Rek'Sai if you want to. So there, we got about 4,500 gold. Not too shabby, not too bad. A little bit on the low end. Again, that is with the worst. We did get that misfortune boon for the plus money, but we didn't get death and taxes at all that game. We didn't hit max level because I didn't take XP. and I evolved, so I missed out on 3 levels here, which I don't remember what levels these are, but you can get to max level quicker, and then once you get to max level, that's again another like 40 gold per level, so that's gonna be a really nice way to get there. So this is what a low roll game looked like. If you ever get Death and Taxes, it's free. And then, of course, playing with the group is going to be the best possible way to get gold, because if you have higher odds of somebody hitting Death and Taxes and higher odds of somebody getting the suck bubble also. So, like I said, my friends and I played. We averaged 10k per game today, so that's going to be the #1 way to do that as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys have questions for in the future. If you have another topic or another tips and tricks video you guys want me to make, feel free to let me know that, and I'll go ahead and I'll make that for you guys. So, hope you guys appreciate it. Subscribe so you don't miss another video, and I'll see you all in the next one.